you get a wee bit stir crazy, and I had to get out in my C15. I've done a few wee jobs in it which I'll outline later, but I decided to go up for a wee run up to Mullardoch Dam, and on the way back I called at St Ninian's Church by Loch Laide in Glenurquhart. Then I went on to Abriachan and I stopped by Loch Laide, which is a bonny wee loch. Cannich, instead of going on up the road to Glenurquhart, which is beautiful but a lot busier, I turned sharp right and went up to Mullardoch. I stopped by the River Cannich for my lunch. But it doesn't get better than a lunch like this. Here's what I got here. In Scotland you should eat a Scotch pie. There's nothing quite like a Scotch pie on a wee C15 journey. And my daughter has kindly given me an Empire biscuit, so I'm going to have a good lunch today. It's a pity it's so windy. In 1975 or 76, I cycled from our house in Inverness up here to Mullardoch Dam, and then I went up the hill Abriachan, I think it's called. Then I cycled back to Inverness. I was exhausted. I'm trying a wee experiment to see if the camera will record my voice as we're travelling along. But I don't know, will my voice be heard above the clatter of the engine of the wee C15? A bit of a wet bit. But what a bonny day. So we're heading up to the other side of the dam. It's a bit alarming to think of the amount of water that has been held back by that. It's like the gates of Mordor from here. So that's the other side of the dam. It's not very bonny. Before all that fish farming came, it must have been quite nice. There's something poignant about these old corrugated iron buildings rusting away. I don't know, are you making out here? What you're seeing is there are cattle there, but beyond the cattle are deer. I didn't notice that coming up. That's quite something. And I've done a fair bit of work to this old bike again. I haven't recorded it because you've seen enough of me pulling C15s apart. I have fitted new points which came from India, Wassail points, but they were just hopeless. I really had to file them down to get them to fit, and I wasn't happy with them at all. So I'm using the old points that was on it. I fitted a condenser. The condenser was from Japan, which you would think would be spot on, but I had to bend the connector to get it to fit. I fitted a stay-up float to the carburetor. It's causing one or two issues. The carburetor can flood a bit as I'm tickling it. I'll have to have a wee look as there's something needing filed away that's jamming. I've been in the gearbox again. I changed the selector forks round because I think I got them mixed up, and certainly she's changing gear a lot better. I resealed this time using Loctite 518, I think it's called, instead of Hylomar Blue. I
don't know how easy it'll be to take apart afterwards. The high low Mar, it's certainly easy to take apart. I was losing gallons of oil. I would say today I'm leaking drip-wise not very much oil. I also at the same time changed the oil lines to the tank and flushed out the tank. And then you'll have noticed that, as you've seen pictures of the bike, that I've got a rack on the rear. So I've got a stainless steel rack. I can't remember who it is I got it from. I will look it up before I put this onto YouTube. Interesting old Bailey Bridge. There's always a problem with a C15, and I've just found the wiring to the backlight was fouling on the wheel, so I've tied it out the way just now. Stopped just below St Ninian's Church at Loch Laide, a rather bonny part of Glenurquhart. See if we can see the church. There it is, just above us. Normally head for home over what's called the Glenurquhart, but today I'm going to go a wee bit down Loch Ness and I'm going to go up from Abriachan, and that will probably join that road. There's the Free Church. So do you see that blue post there? That blue post is marking the Great Glen Way, which at the moment Anne and I are doing in little sections for old people. But I do believe it climbs up over there. Aren't the winds lovely at this time of year? The Great Glen Way. I want you just to take a look at this. My BSA C15 is almost oil tight externally. That Loctite 518 seems to be the very stuff. I do have a slight leak at the cylinder head, and I know I have an internal leak, but that is a big improvement. I can leave it for days and there's nothing gathering underneath.